Welcome to Yeoman Stadium in New Orleans, home to the Tulane Green Wave, and as this city likes to say, let the good times roll, and the Tulane fans are certainly ready for that. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see, the Stallions taking on a team from the American, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Stallions will get this season underway as toe meets leather. On the move from inside is 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Tulane Green Wave offense takes the field, and they'll have the ball first. You know, that connection between quarterback and wide receiver, Jesse, takes some time, and we'll see how quickly these two guys get on the same page.
Yeah, the chemistry between he and the quarterback, I think, is what everybody's going to be looking for early in this game. Because David, obviously, having transferred in, he hasn't had a lot of time in this offense. This is his first game. It's the first time doing it with bullets flying live. So he's got a lot of talent. He's got speed. But what does that chemistry look like with the guy throwing him the football? That's what I want to see.
Well, and the good thing is you've got tape and you've seen he's done it at the college level. Like, you already know what he is. Now it's about taking that, using his strengths. How do you use him in this offense early on in the season to really take advantage of his talents?
That's caught. It's Poe. Nice move. Creates some space. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Back to throw, it's Lanier. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Intercepted.
A big part about playing the quarterback position is turning the page, playing the next play, not letting bad plays beat you. And that's his first career interception in college football, so that's going to sting. But now you've got to get back out there and lead your team.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. And as a result, they lose yardage.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Looking to fire. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a nice game.
When you run those routes, those curl routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line. And the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job. Great catch. First down.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking toward the sideline, and a nice job to keep his feet in bounds. And the Stallions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Bring in the heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Powers through the defender. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Lanier. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Dances away to buy time. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Green Wave. A great catch and run for 6.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete in the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Wants to go up top. Flips it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Stallions are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wants to keep it in the air. Right on the money. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on 3rd down.
And the Stallions look to keep this drive humming. Zings it complete to the right. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
off the play fake on first down to throw. Quick strike complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27.
He runs out of bounds at the 27.
The Stallions will snap it on 1st and 10. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Caught near the sideline, it's Williams. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. And the Stallions started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Touchdown Stallions. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Defense has got to do a better job of corralling this wide receiver. They've got to know where he lines up each and every play. And then once he has the ball, they have to play with a sense of urgency and get hats to the football. He's just way too dangerous in the open field.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. One final play before the end of the quarter. Offense changing the play. Off-play action on first down. He uncorks one deep. Brings it in down the left side. Finds a seam. Touchdown, Tulane. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the offense back onto the field. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Runs the read option, keeps it to the left. Turning it on. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
Listen, anybody can run the option, and it looks great. Multiple options, going to be very hard to defend. The quarterback has to make great decisions. Nice read, nice job running the football, chewing up some yards and making a big play.
Running into the open space. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Stallions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Might as well stick with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
he barely got the ball. He just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And it's no good. He missed it. And it is still a 4-point deficit. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Finding an escape route. Getting that push. A pickup of 4 out to the 26. Halfway there on first down. It's 2nd and 5. To throw. It's Lanier. Wide open downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
He's got it on the move. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Tulane with an opportunity on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. He's got him. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down.
I know everyone's yelling like you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a 3rd down. And guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. And the Stallions will try to pin them back with the punt. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. The Stallions line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets it away from his own end zone. Makes the catch around the 50. And the returner will be brought down. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? The give to the back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Green Wave.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Looking downfield on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quarterback moving. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. To the air, it's Lanier. A little release to the back. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Tulane looking to put one on the board from the red zone. Wants to adjust the pattern. Gonna swing it on second down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. There he goes. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. Looking to throw. Backs looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Green Wave. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Here's the handoff. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. Throws for the tight end. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll off one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And that was awesome by the offense. Good completion, great awareness by the receiver getting out of bounds. If you're on offense now, jog off the field, get the field goal kicker out there. You're going to steal 3 points at the end of the half.
Splits the uprights. Good. That pulls them to within 15. 28-13 the score. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in New Orleans for a fun first half than you? And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Yulman Stadium.
We're just about ready to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Here's a hit. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on 3rd down.
Got a man. It's Williams. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Stallions send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw, it's Lanier. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. Here's the pressure. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He unleashes a long one. And it's incomplete going. Massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Fakes the grab. Turning it on. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. They'll go back to the ground. Inside the 25. Touchdown, Tulane! And the beatdown has ensued.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they want. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Stallions will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They'll try the run. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw. It's Lanier. Finds the tight end. At midfield, he's got room. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy. Maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. East Carolina is running away with things, and I'm not sure anyone inside that program saw this coming today. They're up by 18 over Missouri. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give from the gun. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give on the option. He breaks a tackle. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Rides the back on the option, the give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And the Stallions are on the move. Now the play fake. Turns it loose. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. This one's complete. No chance to run, but still a good gain. defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. We've reached the break, and it's Tulane on top. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. To the air, it's Grimes. Unloads to the right. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosion.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking to scramble. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, gets some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Oh, they're after him. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Tulane to the line, facing 2nd and short. To the air, it's Lanier, scrambling away. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Caught near the sticks. It's Rasmussen. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. Making side adjustments here. To the air on 1st down. Flicks it out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The play action fake. Caught close to the marker, it's hooked. He's guided out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, fourth quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. So it's an 80-yard drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
13.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped. Out of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run play action. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Yeah, this defense just putting a cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, it's Grimes. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Stallions will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Working that left side now. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
It's so hard to tackle these fast guys in the open field. And you see when you duck your head and you're going to try to hit somebody, you can't see him anymore. Ducks his head a little bit. Next thing you know, broken tackle, guys getting extra yards.
Wants to throw on first down. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on second down. How about that Mike linebacker bringing the heat right up the middle?
Right down Broadway, right in the middle of the defense. This is the guy that sees everything, makes all the calls, and you could tell he knew where he was coming downhill. It came wide open, and he comes to the quarterback and gets the sack.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Rides the back and leaves it. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
He's got it along the sidelines, foot in bounds, and it's a first down. New set of downs after the completion.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Looking downfield, it's Grimes. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third down, he drops to throw. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Stallions will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit zero. The old coaching cliche, go win-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
That great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're